We're live. I'm Ayan Gabii, and welcome to a live stream of my Filipino adventure. No one's here yet, so. Do we have the paperwork? We can show people?
Sure.
Oh, we got somebody here. Hello, hello. So we got some good news, good news, good news, good news. Good news. She's looking for the paperwork.
This one?
Is this it? So, wait to get a couple more people here. And don't forget to give a thumbs up.
Hello, guys. Evening.
It's a Sunday night around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
So driving.
Live or lively? Both.
Charles. Hello, Charles.
So anyway, we don't get enough people here. We'll get started. So when did we applied for the AOS adjustments, the green card, and her early parole, which is her travel, her early work, Social Security, all that jazz. And we got the dreaded RFE, request for further evidence. And so we refilled that stuff. We were a little worried. We sent it back in. But she got in the mail her Social Security card, which you can't see the number because I don't want any fakers. And then where's the, and then she got her card.
My combo card.
She got her card. And this is her advanced parole, so she can travel and she can work. And on January 16th?
January 16th. Yeah.
January 16th, we go down for her interview. And when that's done, she's a legal immigrant. She can stay here.
Yay!
Until I buy her a ticket and send her back home for being a brat. And then she'll be back.
That's a nice of you in front of the people.
Wow. So that's our good news. So after, when did we start this whole thing?
We start submitting our adjustment of status end of August after our.
So August,
wedding,
after our wedding, we
our
started.
wedding.
So the end of August, now we're here at the end of December. So, it's it takes a long time. So if you guys are planning to go through this, just be patient because it does take a long time. Yeah, she got her her card. I just showed it.
Yeah, I already had my card.
Her Social Security card and
my card.
So she can work. Yeah, that's the green card. Is it?
No, this is not a green card. This is only my working.
It's the first thing you get. Basically, it serves as the green card until the official green card, which takes how long? That's the 2 years or something?
1 year.
That takes longer. But this is basically like her temporary green card. This is she can work with this and she can travel. So we can go back to the Philippines. And then she got her Social Security number in the mail too. And like I said, we go for our interview, and when that's done, which is pretty much a given, we know the interview is going to go fine because they already sent us everything. So unless we really screw up the interview.
So basically, this is not yet a green card. Just only.
It's kind of like a temporary one. Because it takes a year or so to get your full green card. But this does everything the green card does. She can work, she can travel, and blah, 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 blah. So, anywhere.
From Colin Kalanan. Hello, Mom. Carl from Parinong. Hello, everyone. Good evening. And Jason Jones. Hello from Kentucky.
So, we were talking to Chuck earlier. About the weather there. How's the weather been everywhere else? Because here in Michigan, it's been just rainy and warm. It was like, I think last week it was warmer than it was in Florida here. I think it was like 60 degrees one day last week. This weather's crazy. Yeah, now, are you going to, Ed wants to know if you're going to get your U.S. citizenship.
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll cross that bridge
Yeah, we don't know yet.
when we get to it. I think we'll probably,
Dual.
yeah, we'll see. Because it takes what, about 10 years?
10 years.
Yeah.
it takes.
And we might be living in the Philippines. We might be living in the Philippines by then, or we might split time. So, because she'll have to give up her Philippine citizenship and then reapply for dual citizenship. We'll see how we feel when that time comes. For right now, we're just happy that we're at this point. Now she needs to get a driver's license, says Colleen. Yeah, that's next on our list. I told her in the meantime, since I'm the boss, I own my own company. If she gets like, her friend was over and she works 9 to 1, serving lunches at a school, something like that, I would drive her to work and pick her up to work until she gets her driver's license.
Yay! So I'm starting to do applying now. Find and look for a job.
Yeah, so if I can start pulling your weight around here, you deadbeat. So she can spend it on Amazon. Okay, yeah, it's rainy and warm here in New York. Charles says this is a 5-year.
5 years.
5 years continuous citizenship. Huh. We'll see about that. It's raining at 61. Where are you at, Jason? Oh, you're in Kentucky. Yeah, well, it tends to be a little warmer there. You should get the green card in 4 to 6 weeks after the interview. We had ours the 18th. Well, congratulations. Hopefully you'll get that. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get it sooner. But in the meantime, this card, that's good for a year.
Yeah.
It doesn't expire for a year. So this is fine for us. I don't care if it comes in 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 32 weeks later. As long as it comes in before that one expires, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But was it Marcel the one who told you it took a year?
No, it depends. No, for her, just only 1.5 years, and then she has her green card.
Well, he says that he should get the green card 4 to 6 weeks after the interview. We're having our interview in a couple weeks. Yeah, that's true, because I was thinking the same thing. Just give my fiancé a green card, and that's it, because we don't want to stay in the States no longer. Yeah, we'll see. She might change her mind. Who knows? She might want to stay here. Or, if the finances can swing it, it would be really nice to keep this house and spend the summers here and the winters in the Philippines. That would be great. But I don't know. We'll see. No fiancé visa, 3 years, you can become a U.S. citizen. How come I'm hearing all these stuff?
What's that?
He says, no fiancé visa, 3 years, you can become a citizen. I hear all these different things. I don't.
3 years. No, 3 years you will be apply for another 10 years green card. That would be.
Oh yeah. After that, you can apply to get
10 years.
The 10-year ones, and after that's up, I thought that's when you can. You know what? To be honest, don't take any of my advice, because I didn't do a whole lot of research. I'm just happy, like I said, that we got this far, and as long as she's here legally and they can't send her back, we'll be quite happy, and we'll just take it as it comes. I don't really think that she really needs to become a U.S. citizen. We'll see. Charles says it's hard typing and munching. Good news for you guys. Love you both. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Scott's back. And then Chuck Messenger says you should be the same about the 4 to 6 weeks after. Colleen says if she gets a job, she might make loads of friends and want to be a snowbird. Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
That's someone who a snowbird travels in the wintertime. They go stay somewhere else in the wintertime and come back in the summertime. So if you get a bunch of friends here, you might want to come back and see them in the winter or the summer here. Bloxy Slot says, good evening. Does the K1 visa take 1 year to finish? I would say it doesn't necessarily take this. Edward Hope asked that. It doesn't necessarily take a year. It took us a year because once we got approved to finish up, which was the medical exam, the interview, and all that jazz, I wanted to be there. So we kind of prolonged that process so I could set my flight up and get there. So I think ours wasn't quite a year. It was like how many? 9?
No, since we applied?
The approval took about 5 months, and then we took another 3 months or so. So less than a year. I think it took us about 8 months to actually get from the interview. But like I said, we kind of padded that back end because we were buying time so I could get over there. I dated Korea, and she wants to be married. Where to start?
Wow, congrats.
Oh, Scott, you're the one who was always looking. Wasn't he the one always looking for
Yeah,
Asian girl?
congrats, Scott. Just
A
to
Korean.
start to getting to know each other. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, don't rush into it. One of my subscribers was emailing me back and forth, and she was like that too, and it turned out to be a scam. Just take your time and get to know each other. Go over there and visit her. Hopefully she speaks English. That'll be a big plus because I know Filipinas tend to all speak English. So, hi-yo, Ina and Mike. What's the good news? Oh, well, we already covered the good news.
Hello, Race John.
But we got our temporary green card, her early parole, and her social security number. And we have our interview coming up in a couple weeks. What to do? Yeah, well, just go visit her, Scott. Go over there and visit her.
How long did you texting to each other?
Yeah, well, it's got to be pretty soon because he would have mentioned it before. Scott would have told us last week if he was dating a Korean girl.
Jill and Kyler Blog, hello. Shout out and advance Happy New Year. Thank you, B. And shout out to you, Jill and Kyler Blog. Thank you for coming. And guys, please, thumbs up.
I was okay with this wondering because long distance, I hate it, so much stress. Yeah.
Give me thumbs up, guys. Give us thumbs up.
Oh, Scott says they've been dating for a year.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Oh, wait. She wants to get married, and I do love her. Dating for over a year. She lives in here in New York. Well, you don't need my advice. She's there with you. It's just like any other relationship, Scott. Just if you guys been dating for a year, then and if you love each other.
From Edward Hope. Okay, I was wondering because long distance, I hate it. LOL, too much stress.
Yeah.
I really agree about long distance relationship. It's stressful.
Yeah, it's funny. Some things are exactly the same that you're used to when dating an Asian lady from overseas or wherever, and some things are different. And mostly it's the cultural and the distance things. But besides that, it's just like any other relationship. There's no like special fix. I think that a lot of the time the Filipina wants to rush things through so they don't, so that the guy doesn't get swooped up by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But same thing. I mean, you got to get to know them, and we spent some time. We spent a couple of years before we got married. And I made 5 trips over there. So it's just like anything else. Just get to know them, and they do sometimes tend to push the issue of they just move fast over there. So
from Stephen Ecker, yes, take your time. My wife and I got married after almost 3 years. Congrats on your temporary green card.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Stephen, and thank you for joining our live streaming.
Ray says he always gives thumbs up because he's a good guy.
Yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Carl Fermon.
Okay, so Scott says, I don't know what to do, the embassy stuff. So she is a Korean citizen. Is she here on a tourist or a work visa? Is that what it is? The paperwork? Carl says, yeah, the K-1 visa took me and my wife about 3 months, but she was previously married 30 years ago, and I was previously married 23 years ago. We spent 17 days in the Philippines and 48 days I wish I could go for 48 days in 2008. Only took you 3 months, yeah. I know when we went through, it was they were backed up or something. They even warned us that it was going to take long, and it took us 5 months for it to all go through. And we didn't get any RFIs or RFEs or anything like that. It went right through. It just took us 5 months. Yeah, it takes a long time to get all your paperwork together. You get the forms. It's not like you mail it the next day. It took us weeks and weeks. It took us months to get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had to get police clearances from Singapore, and I had to get like my divorce decree, and it was a lot of paperwork. It took us a long time, and we wanted to make sure everything was perfect. So,
Theo Heim.
Oh, Tio Heine
Jaime.
or Hein.
I'm wishing both of you well. And congratulations, Nina, getting her temporary green card. Mike, you got a keeper. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Teo.
Yeah, I lucked out. I went over and got a good one. The Philippines is angry at me for taking one of their best ones away. And Charles is telling Scott, congratulations, A+. And if Charles is going to get over there pretty soon and find himself one.
When
y'all go back for vacation. I started looking at flights in March because we would like to slip away maybe in the next month or so to either Vegas or Florida for 3 or 4 days. And then after that, what do you think, March or April? April's good, right?
April's good.
April's good because it's the end of the rainy season. It's a little warmer.
And April is our 4th anniversary of our
2 years, 3 years.
4 years.
4 years. No, 3 years.
3 years.
3, 4. I'm getting old. Yeah, April 10th would be our 3rd year when we had our first date.
First meet.
When we first dated. So if we can get over there in April 10th, that'd be good.
That would be good because it's my mother's birthday.
It's also your mom's birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. Sufjan Vlog. Here's the famous cousin of Ina's cousins. He's so famous now.
Yeah.
Background, still sleepy from the night from Manila to Cebu. Where were you doing?
She's visiting her mom in Manila.
You're just all over everywhere. Every time I turn on one of your videos, you're in a different island somewhere.
Be safe, cousin.
Yeah. Congratulations, green card, and things. Good luck on your interview soon.
Thank you so much, Edward.
Lucky 13 thumbs up. Yeah, 13 thumbs up.
Yeah, thank you guys for the thumbs up, guys.
Welcome. Still waiting on the USCIS for her to come here. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there and wait until you get that. I got a text, actually, and then I got it in the mail like 2 days later. And that's the happiest day when you get that NOA, notice of action.
Yeah.
You're like, and you read real quick to see approved or disapproved. Approved. Oh, we were so happy. Mark Boyd says, I flew back from the Philippines. Oh, Chuck says, take care and Happy New Year. Thank you, Chuck. I flew back from the Philippines last June from visiting my fiance. I remember seeing you at the airport in Tokyo. My connecting flight was Detroit. We were on the same plane. No, I wasn't. Sorry, Mark. I think somebody who looked like me because I was never in Tokyo. I always fly either to Taipei or to South Korea. And one time I was in Beijing. I'll never do that again. But I think it was probably just someone who looked like me. We had a 4-year relationship before I played. See, here's Carl. 4 years before they applied for the K1. I know it's tough because you want to be with them, and they're 10,000 kilometers away. But yeah, it is tough. We wanted to get when we decided to file the K1, I wanted it to happen right away. I wanted it to be here the next week. But you know what? I think it makes the bond grow stronger when you go through that. It's a lot of work. You have to put in the work. If it was easy, everyone would have one of these.
What's that?
Beautiful Filipino wife. Okay, exactly. Take care and Happy New Year from Chuck Mike. Okay, 4-year relationship. I'm going back March for 3 weeks to visit my fiance again. And hey, Ed, what island is she on? Ina Clark. Oh, that's your English here, Jen. Only English is allowed.
No, he's just asking that I need to type so my channel will see other people who can see my channel.
Oh, Ina Clark. Pagtaypod, Paramikita, Nila, Imang, blah, 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 blah. Okay, trust me, Filipinos take good care of their husbands. They're the best women, hands down. I've never. This is my only Asian girl I've ever been with, so I'm not sure. But Scott's got a Korean. I think Korean girls are really nice too, aren't they? They have like the same values.
What is not? You're not sure.
I was just kidding. I'm saying he's saying that the Filipinos are the best, hands down. I'm saying, wow, I'm happy.
From Jason Johns, I am heading back to Philippines in May and probably August, going to Mindanao to visit my fiancé. Wow.
Who says that?
Jason Jones.
I think you're ahead. I'm still at hope here. Trust me, Philippines are good. Scott Quinn says she lives here, but what's the next? So is she? Well, I guess Scott. I guess what I'm asking is she a legal immigrant, or is she a U.S. citizen, or is she here on some type of visa? I guess that depends if you want to get married. I mean, if she's a legal immigrant or a citizen, you can just go ahead and get married, I think. I'm sure there's some paperwork, but if she's here on a visa or something, I don't know.
You can check Scat Granny, I think Visa Harmony group in Facebook.
Yeah, she's on this Facebook.
You can check and they will answer all the questions
Yeah.
about processing all documents. Any kind of documents, spousal, CR1, and fiancé visa.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet is to she goes to that website a lot every time we have a question. I can't because I'm not sure, Scott. My system was a little bit different. I had to go through the K1. I'm not sure if you have to do that because I'm not sure what her status is. He's heading back. I'm helpless. You're not helpless. Yeah, waiting sucks, as Stephen Ecker says it sucks. Yeah, it does. It's a lot of it's a lot of help.
Welcome, Philippine in Mindanao. Where is in Mindanao, Jason Jones?
Scott says too much crap to get married. Why?
Yeah, but if you can ask someone, Scott, I mean, in the Visa Harmony, because if she's here, I think it's easy for you to get married.
Because I think she went through all the background checks and stuff to get either a work permit or a tourist or a school. They check them out really deep. So she's been through that a lot. So it might be a lot easier. Ina is lucky. The Finns are good kissers. Well, I'm saying the upper girl, the upper girls are. So are Finns good kissers, man?
Huh?
Are the Finlanders good kissers?
Well, I'm saying the upper. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. We've been dating for several years, but
not married.
Not married because
of her duty with military reserves and taking care of her mother.
Yeah, and if you can do that without getting married, that's even take your time. I'm not one to rush in to get married. I would have liked to date for a long time before we got married, but the only way I could get her here was to marry her. And I don't have any regrets at all. But, I'm a little bit slower moving in my old age, but I'm totally happy with how everything's going. Scott going, baby steps. Yeah, Rage has baby steps. My cousin took them a year. Now both of them are happy. I'm at the same flight. Oh, is your wife? No, she flew to.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, she flew to.
I flight alone.
You went to South Korea first.
Korea.
Yeah, she went to South Korea too. So yeah, it wasn't her. She flew
from Cebu
to South Korea, and then she changed over to Delta and flew right to Detroit, which I never got to fly Delta. Mine are always either. Jason said he's probably going to marry her there. His plan is he wants to get married on the Army base. Now, she's
an Army?
She's a Filipina
Army?
In the Filipina Army.
Wow.
Oops. This is Ina. Okay. Fellow traveler, do you have snow this winter? We had a big snowstorm. If you go back and watch some of probably about 10 or 15 videos ago, really awesome snowstorm. Ina had a great time. It lasted about a week, and then it got warm, and we haven't had snow since. It rained all night last night. If that would have been snow, whoo, doggies.
Fellow traveler. Oh, yeah, okay. Carl Fernon. Yep, maganda babae. Thank you so much, Carl, from Scat Cranny Richard. Thanks. Edward Hope. She from Bicol, but she lives in Lipa, Batangas, in Manila.
Oh, Batangas?
Yes.
Oh, we were there. Is that the same place we were at?
Batangas, we across go.
Yeah, but that's Lipa Batangas.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we took the ferry across to Porto Galera. Galera. Ah, that was so nice. You're the lucky ones, Mike. Even a Filipino having
problems. having one. Thank you, Rage.
All right, so Scott says she's got a visa, but you don't know what type of visa. So I think I like said, Scott. I wish I could help you out. I don't have, because I went a different route. But she's already got a visa. I think it's going to be a lot easier for you because the USCIS did all the background checks and stuff already. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have to do it all over again. But I think it's going to be a lot easier.
You can go and ask first.
You can't marry someone on a tourist visa, right? Okay. Or she's on a work visa. So you can't marry them at all? I mean, there's got to be a way to marry them. You just can't use that visa as a... Oh,
she needs to return back to home country and apply for a K1.
Huh? See, there you go. I told you I didn't know. So you might just have to wait till she just make plans, have her, get your paperwork ready, have her return to her home country, apply for the K1. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Scott says he doesn't do Facebook. Oh, just do a search. Do ask Rapid Visa.
Rapid Visa. Yes.
Yeah, they'll answer your questions, and then they'll try to sell you their stuff. Well, I recommend Rapid Visa.
Yeah, so. Rapid Visa is highly recommended.
Yeah. Here comes Marvin. A little late to the show. He's probably out there cooking something.
Yeah. Hello, Marvin. Good evening, guys.
Thumbs up. Okay, hold on now.
Give you a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up.
Because it's worth it in the end, Scott. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I know some visas cannot be transferred to other visas, so that makes sense to me. Philippines and beyond. Hello, everybody. Hello, Philippines. Thanks, guys. I'm going to have to figure this out like Mike did. I didn't know what I was doing, so that's why I made the channel, so you guys are learning with me. So if I give wrong advice or if I'm not right, it's not that I'm trying to be a know-it-all, because I do not know it all. I'm stumbling through this. So you guys hopefully can learn from all my mistakes. Jason says, my fiance was going to be a police officer because her mom's stroke. It's been hard. Oh, strokes are tough.
Sorry to hear about that, Jason.
Tio Hindy says, does Ina know how to drive yet? Nope, she doesn't know how to drive yet. I'm going to send her to take lessons because I know if I try to give her lessons, we'll probably get divorced. So I'm going to send her, because when I try to teach my kids, the same thing. They don't want to listen to me. They'll listen to someone else.
Also, my friend, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'll send her for professional driving lessons. And then I'll get her something that she can drive. But yeah, I want her to drive. I want her to have her independence. I usually fly Korean Air or Philippines Air. Yeah, I've flown Korean. I had a good time. It was Eva Air out of Chicago. I know they don't fly out of too many hubs, but Eva Air was my favorite so far. That's a Taiwanese, I think, company, or they might be Korean. But Korean Air was really good too. Eastern China was the worst. Happy New Year! Having lobster dinner with my Korean girl.
Girlfriend. Thanks, you guys.
Well, go have a good time. And lobster, yeah, I wouldn't be sticking around here if you had lobster waiting for you. I still remember that video of you cleaning your house.
Enjoy with your date, Scott.
I still remember they clean your house when Ina got there. Yeah, I hired a professional to come over and clean my house before you got here. But even then, she went through and cleaned everything else. And then I remember that one lady was like, when you were out power washing and stuff, and she's like, you're so mean to her, making her work so hard. Why didn't you do that stuff before she got there? We have to do that every year. Every year you have to get out there and power wash and do that because the winters are really hard on the house. Mm-hmm. And you can already see the concrete's dirty down there.
Yeah.
So it's every year you got to do that. Okay. When do y'all plan to move there? And also, are you going to build a house there or just buy one already built? Either or. If there's a piece of property with a house on it, I'm definitely, especially if it's a good price. I think buying a piece of land and building it is more affordable, I think.
We built a bahay kubo at first.
Yeah. Yeah, I might a little bit maybe, Scott, but there's some Scott saying that I'm more knowledgeable than him. And maybe because I've been through it, but there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that have a lot of good advice that know a lot more than I do. But you just come here just to see if I make mistakes and kind of live through me. You
From
can marry
Mar-
on a work visa, but I don't know if that's
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, rapid visa, Scott, that's what we went through, and just because I had never, like I said, if I were to do it again, I'd still probably use rapid
Yes,
visa,
rapid
even though I
visa.
know how to do it now. I still think I'd go through rapid visa because this is the way they package everything and they answer the questions. It's nuts, it's like $500 for them to use them, but they have a payment plan, so it only costs me $200 a month for 6 months. And that's including the $500 and something filing fee that they pay. They pay for up front. Since 2000, I have talked to USCIS about 500 times. I never had to talk to them directly, USCIS, but like I said, I had a lot of questions when I was on Rapid Visa. There's a little question part where you can go through and email them, and they'll return an email within 24 hours. They'll give you an answer.
The things we get through for true love, I'm sure it is well worth it from Biloxi.
Yeah.
I agree that Biloxi, that's all worth it.
And now that it's like all done, I don't even think about that. I don't think about how long it took or what a pain in the ass it was and all that work we did. I don't even think about that anymore. You've been here for what, 4 months now? 5, 6 months?
6 months.
It seems, it's just like home now. Just like she's always been here.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, I don't even think about it. Just like when you spend a lot of money on something nice, you forget about the money. A couple weeks after you spend a bunch of money, you forget about it. Ring the bell. Scott, you shovel snow. She's a good wife. Yeah, she hasn't shoveled snow yet, but we haven't had enough, really. I went out there and shoveled, and then it melted.
Yeah, there is no snow anymore, so I don't know.
How's your teeth?
I would love to try.
Oh, you'll try. Trust me.
I would love to try.
I got matching shovels. His and her shovels for us. So.
Yeah, yes, guys. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Thank you, Marvin.
Jason Jones wants to know how your teeth is. Your teeth situation. Honestly, we haven't followed up on it because one, the infection's gone and there's no pain, and the holidays are here. But after we get everything settled in, that's the next thing on our list because she's not in any pain right now. It's not infected anymore.
After our interview, or we settle first. And I already have my insurance, so we can go.
No, we don't have dental. We only have health insurance, not dental.
And dental?
We don't have dental.
So what's that only, babe, for that insurance?
That's just for your health insurance.
Health insurance.
Yeah, not dental, or optical.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it in the Philippines. That's the best thing to do is have a pro teacher. Save your marriage.
We should do it in the Philippines.
Carl told Jason that he used Visa Pro. And I think what was the other one too? There was another, your friends are using something, Visa something. There's more than one, but Rapid Visa I think is the biggest one.
Rapid, I don't know that agency that she's been using about that. I never heard about that agency. From Edward Hope, Jason, I use Visa Pro.
Yeah, it is. He says its property's going up every year. Yeah, when I first started looking until now, it's only been a couple of years. It's amazing. But if you go through like a realtor or like Dot Property or Marketplace, people must think they hit the lotto or something. They're just outrageous prices. But if you know somebody, somebody's selling a piece of property, like her aunt was going to sell us a piece of property, or I found about it too late. But Dave and Ella, they were just at a restaurant. They overheard someone talking about selling some property. They said, we'll take a look at it. And they got property on the ocean.
On the ocean, yes.
1,000 square meters on the ocean. It's like a cliff, but it's still beautiful on Camotes Island for $1 million.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, and that was not that long ago. So you just have to look around. There's good deals, but yeah, it is. I agree. It is going up fast. Scott says, thanks. Good advice, guys.
You're welcome, Scott.
Rage is saying,
at Marvin Clayton, our Earl Nightboat, belated Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year, mate. From Edward Hope, how much do you think a person should save to be comfortable living in Philippines?
Edward, whatever it is, it's double. Whatever you think it is, it's double. Because it just depends if you're just going to rent. There's a lot in what level you want to live on. Like my Social Security is only going to be $650 a month or something. It's going to be really shitty since I'm self-employed. And I asked Ian, I said, "Can we live off $650 a month?" She goes, "Yeah, like we'll live like a Filipino, but
Yeah, we live like a Filipino.
we'll live like a Filipino." And I've got a house that when I sell it to move, it'll probably give me a good chunk of change that we can definitely buy a property, get us all set up.
A little business there.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what you think comfortable. It depends on what you're used to now. I wouldn't know like how much you should save. I just think about a month. You could definitely live pretty good there for $1,000 a month, maybe $1,500 a month. So do your calculations off that. You know, $12,000 to $15,000 a year, you could live quite well. And if you don't want to live in a big city or something, you could live really well for $1,500 a month.
Carl Fernong, Visa Pro cost me about $1,300, and you talk to a lawyer through it all. Oh, because because you're using a lawyer, so it goes.
Yeah. Now,
costly.
Rapid Visa are not lawyers, and they tell you that, but they have processed. I forgot how many thousands of visas they've been through. They say it on their website. I forgot. I don't want to misquote them, but they got 100% money back guarantee if you don't get your visa. And I think it was $1,200, but they also paid the $550 filing fee out of that. So I think it cost me about like $600 to do it, and I got a payment plan too.
From Race Jan, as long you're away from a big city, said Edward. Hope just say a long away from the cities if you're going to live in the Philippines.
Scott says, "Get back to cooking Philippine cuisine." Are we make videos of that? I don't know what he means by that. Yeah. They will not let you file until all the papers are into them. Yeah. Same. I mean, that's why it took so long, because some of the stuff's easy. You just fill it out. And some of the stuff like birth certificate and stuff like that I had on hand. But some of the stuff I had to search for. For one, I'm not very organized. And two, and stuff that you never think that you're going to need. And then you got to go through and like save your chats and print out some of your chats. And you got to go through your pictures and print some out of your pictures. And I think the longest thing was her police clearance, because she had just as much work as I had to do. She had to run around and she had to go to Mindanao to get her birth certificate.
Yeah.
So she had a lot of traveling to do. Then she had to go, and the one thing was really rough, and that was the police clearance from Singapore.
Yeah. We almost give up. Really, I already told you that I really want to give up. I lost some hope because.
Oh, we almost split over that at one point. She's like, "Why can't you do it?" I said, "Well, then this is an end of relationship because I'm not going to have a long distance relationship forever." So she stuck with it. She was just frustrated.
Really so tough for me.
Yeah.
Really.
Scott says, "Love you guys. Let's do Lichin in Michigan. Lichan, I think he meant in Michigan."
Oh yeah, sure. Lichan.
Do they do help with the CR1 or spousal visas too? I mean, I'm not sure. I think they do pretty much all the visas. Yes. Yeah. I think they do them all.
Edward D. Beck could give me an idea about how much it would cost to go to the Philippines per a month.
Not as much as you think. What's the longest? I would probably think the longest I was there was about 3 weeks. So I was almost there a month. Your ticket's going to cost you about $1,000, give or take, depends on where you live and how far advance you book it in. The prices are going up. My first flight was $550 round trip. Now it's $1,000. Yeah. So if you find it for $700-800, I don't know. So buy your ticket and forget about that. Like, don't even pretend that you didn't spend that money. I bring a couple $1,000, and I always come home with money. And we stay at nice hotels, and I put some of the stuff on my credit card. So it depends on if you want to live like my first trip, I was really cheap. And then I got more and more extravagant. So I would say for a month, you definitely easily could do it for $2,000 for the month. And that's like traveling all the time, eating out all the time, different hotels all the time. You could do it for cheaper. You could probably do it for $1,000 if you're really cheap. So I would bring if you're going for a month, I would bring $2,500 cash. And I would be very surprised if you did not come home with money. Like, I remember one time I come home with $800. So, yeah, Mike says, if you have to ask how much, you probably can't afford it. That's not true. I think he just wants to get an idea because I'm not a rich guy. And I think I asked that question to people too.
Host, considering the cost of the plane trip, would it be cheaper for her to go back to the Philippines to get her teeth fixed?
That's, if we were going to go there for like a couple months or something, yeah, but I'd hate for her to go there and suffer because, she's going to be in pain for a week or so afterwards. It would probably be cheaper to go to the Philippines, but then that's the whole trip, but not with all the airfare and everything.
Well, we can do that about when the time we're off.
But I'm saying it's all the money it costs for the round trip airfare and all that stuff would have been cheaper to get your teeth fixed here because you have to figure the cost of the flights. I think it'll probably be a wash if you pay for the plane. I don't know. We haven't got the bill yet, so that's a good question. We'll find out.
Yeah.
He found airfare for $650. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. I look and look and look. I'm looking right now. So, especially out of Detroit, because there's no too many flights to Asia directly from Detroit. They always go to Chicago first. So I'm looking at Chicago, and we can take the train to Chicago, which is a fun trip to take the train.
Yeah, I would love to experience.
So if you guys find or know any tricks or something, I found it's best just to go to I like EVA. If I just go to EVA Airlines and don't go through Travelocity or anything like that, I seem to get the best deals because they show you like the whole week. If you leave this day, it's this much. If you leave this day, it's this much. So then I can I'm flexible with my dates. I go, well, this is the cheapest flight there, and this is the cheapest flight return. I think it was $700 and something bucks. A round trip for two people was, with taxes and everything, was $1,600, about $800 a person if we go in March. So, will you locate in Bohol? Chuck wants to know. I like it. I don't know. It's going to be between Bohol, or maybe like Darwin, Zambongita area, like Dumaguete area. Or I don't know. I was looking for property in Siquijor the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I was looking at, just looking at the website.
I don't want to live there.
You don't want to live in Siquijor?
I don't.
She likes Bohol. I like Bohol. But we both really like Darwin and Dumaguete too, because it's only a few hours from her family, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I have emailed Fred Wall, the visa coach. Is he I don't know, is he like a guru? He knows all about that stuff. We want to live in a province, plus want to start a business. Sure. I always think 95,000 should be enough for us. If you're going to rent a house, if you want to buy something, I don't know. Because you figure you're going to spend $1 million for the land, another $1 million or $2 million for the house, and there you go. There you're $60,000 in, and then you're going to have to furnish that place. So that's going to take you $5,000 at least, even if you go cheap. So I'd be a little leery about 95,000, unless you're just going to rent a house, or if you can find a good deal. But
you can live about that. You have a small business.
Scott says, "Forget painting. It's open a Lichon restaurant in Michigan." I watch these Kitchen Nightmares and stuff all the time. I always think, that sounds like fun. I'd like to own a restaurant, but I've never worked in a restaurant. There's a bad areas in Mindanao. Yeah, I wouldn't, Edward. Yeah, we have no desire to go to live in Mindanao, even in the good areas of Mindanao.
I don't want to.
No.
It's too risky for me.
Yeah, she doesn't want.
Not for me, for you.
Yeah, I don't want to live in there. I know where Chuck wants to go. These are pros in Washington, D.C.
But it's not all. I mean, it's not all in Mindanao.
No, Bud Brown's brother lives in Mindanao. He's got that beautiful farm. He loves it there.
Yeah.
There's parts of Mindanao, I'm sure. I know it's cheap, and that's where Tom and Ruth, they live in Mindanao. Yeah, they love it there. Yeah. I'm going to the province. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can try. We didn't go there, right?
Yeah, but there's so many places to live. It's not. I know it's cheap to buy property there. I know Chuck's going to Palawan or Palawan. Let's just talk to the Filipinas. Is it Palawan or Palawan? I've heard
Palawan.
Palawan. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Okay, hey, Fred's here from Vancouver, Canada. How you doing, eh? We go on vacation there. I usually bring about 4,000. I just have to manage your money there. Yeah, 4,000. Yeah, that's living large. You probably stay in. We splurge and stay at nice hotels, and we also cheap out sometimes and stay at.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't mind living in like the resorts and stuff, you can get places so cheap, but you're staying in a cheap hotel. It's not going to have great bathrooms, and you're not going to have all the amenities. And if you're in town, we stay at hotels that I would put up against any hotel here in the States. They're like the Marriott's type, that quality, but you pay for them. So.
From Edward Tibek, thanks. I'm like you, not Rick, and I was taking 2,500.
Yeah, that's more than enough, but I think you could probably do it. I guess the more you bring, the more you're going to spend. So I'm always watching my money, but it doesn't stop us from doing everything we want to do. Ed says, I'm finding cheap airfare out of JFK, New York, but it cost me $250 to get there. Right. Now I'm a member of that Spirit $9 club. So I think last time I flew to Manila. So I flew out to LA for $200 round trip. And it was only $500 to fly from LA to Manila. So I only spent $700. I just had to do a lot of traveling. She's afraid in Sikyor, a beautiful place, but the people heard superstitious stories. Yeah, the witches who touch you. Yeah, we met a couple
but we went to Sikyor.
Oh yeah, well, I don't believe any of that stuff.
I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, you're a painter, and I do paint and carpet. Yeah, there's no carpet. There's no carpet in the Philippines, though. Zero carpet in the Philippines. Ray says he's from Mindanao. Oh, he gave us a sad face.
Oh, sad face.
but where are you at in Mindanao? I heard Davao is absolutely beautiful, and northern Mindanao, where like Bud Brown's lives and his brother lives and stuff.
It's not all in Mindanao that it's risky. I mean, just only in somewhere in Pagadian. No, you are from Pagadian, right, Rich? Pagadian or Iligan City.
Where are you at? What province or what area are you from in Mindanao?
I have my family there in Pagadian City.
Yeah, she's from Mindanao originally.
Yes, I am from Mindanao originally. No, I mean, I'm born from Mindanao originally.
Yeah, she was born in Mindanao. Yeah, so understanding your income well. Yeah, that's a good point, Edward. And then Michael asked, where's Ina from? She was born in Mindanao when she was a baby, but she was raised in
Negros Occidental.
About 3 hours northwest of Dumaguete. Probably just buy a house. That way we don't have to worry about building.
Keep at least an hour between you and family.
Yeah. I heard somebody told me this always live one island away. Not an hour, an island. Stay one island away. This way you won't get bugged too much.
Like my grandfather, my grandfather, Lolo Magellan, he said that foreigner doesn't like to live close to the family because they don't like always keep hugging.
Always their hand out. Yeah. They always everybody wants a loan.
Yeah, he said to me,
here's a business loan.
Because he said, "Hi, maybe your fiance wants to buy a land." I said, "In where?" Then I said, he don't like it to stay here. Then he said to me, he talked to me, said like that I know because a foreigner doesn't want to stay together or live together with the family because family always keep.
Yeah. So I made the mistake of telling her that, and then her aunt wanted to sell oceanfront property. How many square meters?
I think I forgot. I told you.
1,000.
I forgot. And
like 1,000 square meters on the ocean for 60,000 pesos. $1,200. She said, I didn't tell you that because you said you didn't want to live there. I said, I don't care if I want to live there. I would have bought that in a minute just to own it.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, I know. So next time, if anybody says, let me know every offer that comes to the table. Just like a real estate, you have to show every offer. Scott says, Mindanao, you killed me there. Is this true? Yeah.
You have just bought a house.
The eastern parts of Mindanao. There's a lot of Muslims, and not to say the Muslims are bad, but they are infiltrated with the Abu Sayyaf and now even ISIS there. So ASAP tickets, they're pretty good. I'll check that. I checked Skyscanner and Hopper and a bunch of other ones, and I just can't seem to get those cheap flights like I used to. Somebody told me that they mark your IP address. And if you flown someone there and you go back to fly again, the price is a little bit higher because they know that you want to go there. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. It's kind of a scary thought if it is.
Sambonga Hulu. So Sambonga Hulu Sulu. Yeah.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, no, I mean it's like a little bit dangerous there.
Fred said he bought a ticket for a little over 900. Phil, hey Fred, where are you at? Where are you flying? What airport?
Rage, are you still there, Rage?
Greetings from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Wow, that's the home to the second prettiest women on the earth.
Wow.
Philippines number one because I'm sitting next to one. But Brazilian, such beautiful people in Brazil.
They are beautiful,
the guys and the girls. It's a beautiful race of people.
Douglas MacArthur was a great American general in the Philippines, a great military leader and history. I know that Douglas MacArthur, I shall return.
Yep, in Leyte. That's where he, there's a statue of him in Leyte. That's where he made the famous words, I shall return. And he did a couple years later. Edward says, love your videos. It's a great help. Help me understand the cost. I have some videos where I talk about that. All my videos are marked from number one was my 4th trip, and then my 5th trip's on there, and then of course meeting her. So over the last year, I've made 2 trips over there. So if you want to go back to some of my older videos, just be sure it's not like George Strait's song. I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona. Yeah. We didn't buy it, but it was her aunt, and I know it was in Dog, right?
In Dog, yes.
It was in Dog, her hometown, which is not terrible. I like Dog, and it's right on the ocean. But there's nothing there.
And
you got to drive an hour to Bayawan.
Connection there, it sucks.
Connection. You got to drive an hour to Bayawan, which is the biggest city, and that's still not. They don't have a Jollibee or anything there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big city. Or you have to drive the 3 hours to Dumaguete, or you have to drive 6 or 8 hours up to Bacolod. That's the next big city. So it's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's a beautiful area.
From Jean's Call, you two are awesome. Thanks for sharing your adventure. Best of luck always.
Thank you, Jim. Give us thumbs up. We have 43 watching.
Yes, give us thumbs
41.
up, guys. And from Race John, I'm from Iligan City, Lanao del Norte. We used to be in Iloilo, Santa Barbara. We're living here like 40 years. Oh, Iligan
42.
City is a good city. That's what my family is in Iligan City.
And El Norte, that means the north. So that's Llano. I know that there's what's that one? The northerner. There's a Dole pineapple packing plant there, so there's like a big business there, so people make money. It's in the northern part of Mindanao. Fred's flying from Vancouver. I heard that too. So if you can fly to Toronto, I heard like from Detroit to Toronto, and that's a pretty cheap flight from Toronto, or cheaper. So. He says, I live in San Francisco, California, where you can get oceanfront property in southern Arizona. If you live there, then you've got some pretty deep pockets, Carl, because housing in San Francisco is insane.
It's spicy?
I think San Francisco has got to be one of the highest rent districts in the world.
Wow.
They're paying Erie, Pennsylvania. How you doing, Thomas? Pennsylvania's pretty close. You can hit Pennsylvania pretty quick.
I'm going in March for 3 weeks from Fred W. Wow.
Rage, we were asking where he says you're still here. What we were asking where you were at in Mindanao.
No, she said Iligan. No, he said
Oh, I thought that
Iligan.
was somebody else.
No, it's from Rage.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, it is Rach. Okay, that's why she was just asking you there. Erie, Pennsylvania. Good night. Work in the morning. All right, Scott, and keep us up to date on your Korean hottie there. Send pics. I want to see what she looks like. He's going for March for 3 weeks. Fred is awesome. 3 weeks. I'm jealous. I do the Erie to Detroit to Seoul to Manila. Thomas Stewart, yeah. Now, normally I'll go Detroit to Chicago on a train, and then I'll fly to Taipei, Taiwan, and then to Cebu. That's in my normal trip. There are areas in Mindanao my fiance does not let me go. And if you guys watch Brian or Marcel, Foreigner Farming in the Philippines, Marcel won't even let Brian go visit.
Yeah,
She says-
some area in Mindanao, it's like just be careful, guys.
Yeah.
Philippine foreigner people is it's the hottest
Yeah, 'cause
from the
they-
eye of the Philippine.
Yeah, they think you can get money for you. That's
Yeah,
It's
so-
not that they hate you. They see a big paycheck. There's a Mindanao my fans that let me go. The way I say Mindanao is just because some foreigners live
Live
safely there. Doesn't mean that
Yeah.
you. Yeah, just don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just like it's just like you can live in Illinois. It's perfectly safe, and you can live in Chicago if you can afford it. It's perfectly safe. But if you get on the south side of Chicago, yeah, don't live there because I live in Detroit, so you have to tell me there's bad areas. Edward says, I've been watching your adventure for a year. Awesome. Well, that's
thank you. Thank you so much, Edward.
Yeah, we just had our year anniversary in October. October was our 1 year anniversary. $1,000 a square foot for property in San Francisco. Yeah, it's insane. So that's a square foot, not even a square meter. So that would be like $9,000 a square meter.
Wow.
$9,000. So it's like 450,000 pesos per square meter.
Wow.
Yeah, Chicago's it's insane.
It's too pricey.
Yeah, it's kind of cold there.
It's really dollar.
San Francisco is beautiful, but it's so expensive.
From Edward Hope, from Thomas Stewart, my fiancé wants to move to her home area in Cagayan de Oro.
That's it. That's where Cagayan de Oro. That's I think where Bud Brown's brother lives.
Cagayan de Oro.
In that area, yeah. See, I think that's a nice area. Good going. Edward's going to sleep. Thanks for joining us, Edward. When it comes to pineapple, that's
from Bukidnon.
Is that where the Dole packing plant is? It's up in the northern part of Mindanao.
Pineapple.
It's a Dole packing plant.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Balay Bukidnon.
Somewhere was mentioning some bad news in Central Negros. I heard they were sending in, Jim, I read like a month ago, remember they were sending in the communists. They were sending in extra forces into Negros because there's communist activity there they were trying to weed out.
Honestly, I've heard that the NPA is moving. No, it's not moving, but I already heard that since long time ago. NPA is in Bacolod.
NPA is the communists?
Yeah, it's near in some.
But they're not terrorists,
near.
though, are
it's
they?
not terrorists, but they are like there are people like from, I don't know. NPA, yeah, they are moving, but they are already in Bacolod now, somewhere in Bacolod City, somewhere in Negros Occidental.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that too. So if that's what you're talking about. I follow a guy in Mindanao on here who is saying that they may have to evacuate his village because of NPA. What's NPA? Is that the communists or
no? That's
is that like the Abu Sayyaf?
We call that NPA. We just only say that no permanent address.
Yeah, I've heard of the Abu Sayyaf.
It's something like that.
Yeah, it's like a terrorist organization. Yeah. I'm going to be in Manila for a few days and off to Siargao.
Siargao.
Oh, isn't that the island off Mindanao, right? Or south of Leyte?
Siargao.
Oh, I heard that's beautiful there. They kill Americans in Mindanao. Yeah.
No, Siargao. You remember that I told you that can we go to Siargao?
That's an island, right?
Yeah, it's
island. South of Leyte, just north of Mindanao.
But it's nice to go there for
surfing.
Oh,
beautiful, yeah. Lexington to DFW to Ichion, then to Manila. when I fly there.
From
About-
Fred.
Right, about 8 months ago. I live in Mindanao. It's good. See? Hey, thank you, Brian. 1,000,002. I don't know what that
Yes, I
means.
started watching you guys about 8 months ago. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Fred, for watching us and being a long-term supporter. I know I've made a lot of videos lately, but I just don't want to post videos of me brushing my teeth, and that's basically. I've been running out of things to say, so we'll do a video or two a week and then live until things pick up again.
From Byron Watts. I live in Mindanao. It's good.
Yeah. What's Carl saying? 1,000,000 foe. I don't know what you mean. 52 degrees and rainy and cold in San Francisco. Oh yeah, $1 million. Yeah. 45 minutes to mineral. It's good here now. Better said that it happened. Yeah, I think Marcel said that, or Brian told me that Marcel says that she'll be up visiting her relatives up in the mountains. She's mountain people, and they'll hear gunfire, like automatic gunfire going off once in a while. So they're real close. I'm not sure if she's close to Malawi.
Marawi.
Yeah, that's where they took over for a while. The terrorists in Mindanao. Yeah. Okay, NPA is the New People's Army, so that's. And they are communists, yeah. When he's anything but people in it, it's communist.
New People's Army.
The guy was saying soldiers were patrolling his barangay, yeah.
We always call that no permanent address.
Well, they're
Long
communists,
time
yeah.
ago.
More travelers will come. All right. Well, it's over an hour here, so we're going to wrap this up here.
Edward Pick, I will book next week to go to Cebu and we'll be there for 3 to 4 weeks and travel around a little bit looking to meet my future wife, whoever she may be.
That's a good way to do it, Edward. Just go there, get a feel for the place. It's nice to know the culture before you really started getting involved.
This is what you did saying. Like
Sorta, yeah. But I know people will go there 2 or 3 times before they even meet someone, but they know the area, you know.
But I know that foreigner people will go visit to the Philippines. Not only one girl that they want to meet. They are.
What are you drinking here, babe?
Hey, they want to meet a couple of Filipina girl and choose.
And choose.
Like and choose.
Okay, new subject. Okay. All right. New People's Army rebels are all over the Philippines. Yeah. Where's the best place to buy weed in Michigan now? I don't know. I don't smoke weed. But I guess the only places that sell it legally, you know, that now that we're a legal state, I think it was in Ann Arbor and somewhere else. There's only a couple places open so far. He lives in Jonestown, Pennsylvania.
In Peña,
$1 million for 1,000 square feet. That's in San Francisco. All right. Take it easy, Chuck. She's right about that, though. Those rebels don't have a permanent address. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We're down to our bottom. So, because it's been an hour, so we're going to wrap this up. Oh, she can have her wine. This is left over from Christmas. Problem is, she gets, when she starts, she just likes to keep drinking. The next thing you know, she's a blubbering, beautiful. Next thing you know, she's like, her English goes. Here, as alcohol goes up, her English capabilities go down.
But I only sometimes just only once a month.
She that was a funny thing too, is I could tell, like, when we were texting, I'm out with my friends. Okay, well, you know, have a good time. Then later, blah 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 blah, like these mishmash texts coming through. Oh, okay, you should stop drinking now. I think you have too much.
Quiet.
What do you mean drunk? I'm not drunk. And then your typing will get real bad.
Quiet.
Sorry.
You're listening. Oh my God.
It's funny. People like, yeah, because it's true. They all people can relate. Yeah.
Don't believe him, guys. He's just only making some story about me.
Yeah, and then we bought this today.
Oh no, la.
Ooh, some spiced rum. Because I'm cheap. I didn't want to buy the Captain Morgan's. I bought the Costco brand. He's just as good.
Love you guys. Love you too, Scott. We love you. You're a lucky man. Thank you, Scott. And Later, guys. Have a wonderful night and a super 2020. And same, likewise to you, Jim Skulls. And from Carl Fernong, Happy New Year's to you from Edward Beck. Thank you for your time. It's been fun. And thank you, as always, guys, for joining our
Ray
live
says, haha,
streaming.
exposed.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
It's too bad, Rach. He
Yeah.
exposed me.
In a public forum.
Yeah, in a public.
Okay, and all these new people coming in, I feel bad because we're leaving now. I just saw your channel. My fiance will be coming to the U.S. next week.
From Philippines, Vera, she likes wine.
Rami's yum. Hey, Chuck's still here. Okay, so we're wrapping this up. I put myself to an hour time limit, and I hate it when new people are coming in as we're leaving. I feel so bad.
What?
Yeah. Well, just what's this? Some guy that
From
says.
Denny Kauser, Happy New Year. Sorry, I miss your chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to also Denny. And from Ryu Crockett, Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year, guys. And from Charles, Ram is yum. Yeah, I like Ram also.
Yeah. And this one guy says, just saw your channel. My fiance will be coming to the USA next week. I wish you didn't come at the end of the live stream because we could talk more about that. But if you go back and watch some of our older videos, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, Mr. Crockett, and watch some of the older ones and kind of what you can expect when she gets here.
From Raised John, no, he's not lying. It's normal, no worries.
Yeah. No, people like honesty. They feel connected to you and they know,
I know, babe.
your little. No one's perfect, and if you pretend to be perfect, nobody's gonna like you. January 7th, he's getting his interview here in the States, or your K1. We can't start talking now.
No, I think January 7th, her interview in U.S. Embassy, Manila, Philippine Embassy.
Yeah, ours is the 16th. So we'll.
Okay. So in Manila. So just tell her that just bring all the documents and.
Yeah, go back and watch. We have a video on that.
Go, yeah.
Oh, he's there too. That's the best thing you can do, Danny, is be with her and see if you can stand next to her during the interview. Our guy let us stand there.
Go there earlier and just bring all the documents.
And don't sign up for the. Remember,
for the taking pictures.
Yes, sign up for the earliest one. When you go to the interview, it says you can go at 5:45, 6:45, and I said, well, give us some time to get there in case we oversleep.
Bring some.
And it was a long wait.
Pictures.
Oh yeah, bring passport pictures. And if you forget to bring them, don't pay the guy out front because they have a little passport photo booth inside. You can just put 100 pesos in and get your picture. He charges us like a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. But we have to get going here.
Yeah,
so
it's better that you accompany her during her interview.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's a big what's that, babe? It's like how to say.
Hey, Bill,
that?
yeah.
Help me.
Oh, it is. It's a big plus. Yeah. Oh, you can't go. Okay, well, you're here in Ohio. She can do it, but it's a huge plus if you're there. I flew over there, and it really helped us out. So you can see he's not the only one with Christmas lights up. Yeah, we got our tree up. Well, we usually don't take our Christmas tree down until after my birthday, which is January 3rd. If you want to send me presents.
Yeah, smack the likes button, guys, and Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a live, and I always have such a great time when I do this, and I always forget how much fun this is. So, and it's all because of you guys. You guys are just so nice. And we don't even have any moderators except for Marvin. I think he's gone.
I am a moderator.
Oh,
let us know about your next live chat. Yeah, we will, Edward. And thank you and good night. Okay. And good luck to the interview of your fiancé, Benny. And
I hope everybody got what they want for Christmas. And I hope everyone has a really safe New Year. And we'll try to do this again in next Sunday. We love you guys too.
We love you.
Mwah.
You can message her fiancé to me.
Huh?
I was saying